Hello and welcome to the Art of Caro. In this video I'm going to be upcycling this sewing box that I got from a thrift store. It needs to be freshened up a bit. It has a bit of a it's not an unpleasant smell, but it's a weird smell that I'm not super fond of, and it needs to be some things need to be fixed and it needs to be cleaned up, and I would like to paint it and put in some could you move please? Yeah. It needs to be freshened up on the inside. It has some stains from what I think might be sewing machine oil, and it is a bit like unfinished on the inside, so it has edges where I'm worried that the delicate materials that I want to put in it could snag on and get ruined if I have like lace in it or embroidery thread and stuff like that. I wouldn't like it to snag on it, so I'm going to maybe put in some contact plastic. I think that works. It's contact plast in Swedish, so contact plastic. So the first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to just unscrew everything and like pull it apart and clean it and then let it dry so I can paint it. And I think I'm going to paint everything to start with, both inside and out, and then I'm going to move on to the rest of the stuff and put the contact tape on top of the paint. Yeah, so let's get started on that.
So I start out with unscrewing all the screws for those wooden pieces on the sides, and then I just banged a bit on the hinges because the nails that stuck in there they have popped up a bit, so they needed to like get banged in a bit. Then I started washing all the pieces and removing that stuff on the bottom of the bottom drawer that's meant to like keep it from scratching whatever it's standing on. I'm using I didn't have any special like washing supplies. I just used dish soap to remove all the fats that could be on the surface. I asked my mom if she thought that might work, and then I'm just sanding everything, and it took forever and was really boring, and I hate doing all this stuff with the sandpaper. And I'm using one larger grain and one smaller grain, and it, as I said, it was really boring. Yeah, so I didn't quite do everything, as I said. Sorry, I'm lied. I remember some stuff is not sanded. It didn't really matter in the end. And then I'm just gluing on that knob that had fallen out or like wasn't attached, and then I'm removing the excess glue. And this was really good glue. Everything I glued with this glue stuck really well, so it was great. And then I'm painting it with matte black. The paint is like an acrylic paint, but it's Hobbylack in Swedish, and I think it's a acrylic paint with some kind of lacquer in it. Anyway, it sticks on basically anything, and it is really nice to work with and covers stuff up really well. So I use that, And then I'm using glossy gold acrylic paint. It's the same kind of paint on the edges of the lid to act as a bit of a contrast, and I think it turned out really great. I just had to make a couple of layers of the gold paint to make it really opaque, because the metallic colors are always a bit more translucent than the matte or like the regular colors. So I did like 4 layers, I think. And I'm using that tape to make sure that the bottom of the accent color is nice and straight and not like messy. And then I'm putting contact plastic on the inside, and I bought this black marble plastic, and I think it looks really great with this. I asked my sister for advice and she thought it looked good, so yeah, she's good at stuff like that, so I trusted her judgment because I was a bit insecure about it, but I think it turned out really great, so she gave me really good advice. And I do this for all the insides of the sewing box. And then I'm also putting it on the top of the lid, and I'm using box cutters. You saw that before as well. I used box cutters to remove the excess, and that was a really great method to make sure everything got fitted in really well without having to like measure forever. So I just stuck it in there roughly in the right size, and then I cut it with the box cutter. Here I'm using that glue in a different bottle, and I had this. I ordered these brass octopods from Wish, and I put them on the knobs, and they stuck there really well, and I think they looked great. And then I also bought these brass like feet from Wish as well, and I am going to screw them to the bottom of the box, the bottom of the drawer, and I had a really hard time screwing it in. The screwdriver did not want to cooperate, and I should have seen this omen for what it was, because just wait and see what happens. I turned around and oops, the screws had gone through the bottom of the drawer, so I pondered what I could do, and I just removed all the screws, and guess what I did? I took my glue and I glued them on, and they are stuck there really, really well. So it's great glue. It's from Panduro. It was a really useful glue. Yeah, so they are just glued on there. And then I start screwing everything back together again. And that took a while as well. I'm really pleased with how the brass from the octopods and the original screws and the feet goes together, and that they don't really clash with the gold. I think it looks lovely all together. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And then when I'm done screwing this together, I'm going to show you how it all looks when it's finished. And this is all the stuff I currently fit into it, and there's still room left. And I might do some stuff to make it a bit more organized later on. But yeah, I can fit so much stuff in this. Please enjoy the surreal. So the sewing box is done, and I'm very happy with it. It has been done for a while actually, and I've been using it, and it's been great. And I am really excited to get this video out to you. So sorry if I'm looking a bit of a mess and looking really tired and stuff like that. It's been a busy week, and I didn't have enough energy to like do some makeup and fix my hair and stuff like that, and also record this. So this is what you get. This is what happens when you have many healthcare stuff going on. Yeah, but I wanted to be able to put this up, so I hope you don't mind, and if you mind, why? Yeah, the sewing box, that's what this video is all about. It's I'm considering removing the contact plastic on the edges of the lid, because I mean, it's secure on almost all sides, but these things that's meant to keep the lid from going back in the right place, they are kind of warped and uneven. I don't know what this sewing box have been going through before they ended up at me. So it sort of catches on one side on both of these, and I think maybe if I remove the plastic, that will be a bit better. Give it a bit more room. But we just see how much it annoys me. So it's not on all sides, just on the one side. So I don't know. Yeah, that's like the only thing that hasn't really worked out. Apart from the thing you saw with the feet of it. But I think it looks really interesting and fun, and it feels a lot more like enjoyable to use it, and it doesn't smell weird anymore and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video. And I don't know if I mentioned it in the beginning, I also have a bigger sewing box that I got from the thrift store, and I'm considering what I want to do with that one. I want to upcycle that as well. It is like all unfinished wood, and it's I think it's been stored in a basement or something. So yeah, so that might be a future video, but it will happen when it happens. I don't have any guarantees when videos will go up and what I'm working on. I'm going with my energy levels and what's fun at the moment. So this is what happens this week, and hopefully I will have a new video up for you the Sunday after the next. Like I try to put up videos every other Sunday. Sometimes I don't have the energy to do so, but I try, and I do a bunch of different stuff. So thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more of my videos in the future, you might want to subscribe and hit the notification bell. May the stars shine upon your faces, and have a glorious day. Thank you, and goodbye for now.